Hello everyone and welcome. It is January 1st, 2023. It's a new year is here and we're going to do some live coding tonight. I hope you're doing well. How is everyone tonight? How was everyone's new year? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. I'd love to hear. We just have a bunch of test messages there from when I was testing it out. If you aren't watching on Twitch, please come and join us on the Twitch chat. I'm going to post that here in a second, but that's the place to be. Happy New Year, guys. Hi. Oh, someone said, hi, Dad. Am I your dad? I don't think I'm your dad. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some live coding tonight. Maybe look at some of my past years' YouTube data. I haven't looked at that in a while, and we can look at the raw data. That'd be cool. Your streams are notable and help me improve my Kaggle skills. That's awesome, Vikram. I'm so glad to hear that. Don't apologize or say sorry. Thanks for joining us here. All right, let's get to it, guys. It's a new year. I hope you had a great time. Did everyone stay up until midnight and watch the ball drop? Is that still a thing? I don't know. I watched it. I watched it with all the cheesy TV shows, all the countdowns where they're in Times Square. I really liked it. And I hope you guys set some goals this year, as I did too. And I was thinking maybe I'd start off the stream by going over some of those. What do you guys think about that? So this is a little organization chart that I made for last year. So this is over a year old. These were the goals that I made for the Twitch stream, for the YouTube. No problem. People are saying thanks for the videos. Thank you guys for watching. I hit 25,000 subscribers on YouTube this weekend. I just want to say thank you to everyone. And we're about to hit 26,000, which is kind of crazy because just in a few days. And it took me so long to reach that first 1,000. So I can't believe that I'm already at the point where we're a quarter of the way to 100,000, which is kind of like my big 2023 goal. And I'll get into that a little bit more, but it would be cool. It's really cool that people are enjoying the videos and the stuff that I'm putting out there. Let's stay hydrated. So this is what I had as my goals last year. I made a main goal of growing a community of people excited about solving interesting problems involving data, support people who love asking questions and learning new things. I think we did a good job of that, and that was a pretty good, well-written goal. Maybe I'll hold on to that for 2023. My 2020 Twitch metric goals were to gain 1,000 followers on Twitch. What are we at right now? I think the progress bar is down here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. We're at 3,100. So we tripled the goal, which is pretty cool. I didn't think I would actually get to 1,000, and we did it. Have 5 to 20 people interested in watching my live streams. We have about that when I'm live coding. Twitch stream goals 3 times a week, data science, other things a few times a week. Okay, so I kind of did maybe 2 times, maybe 1 to 3 times a week of streaming, but I also kind of picked up on that with the YouTube stuff. Figure out a solid schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays, but it never ended up being solid. But at least that was the schedule. YouTube goals: create 1 tutorial video every 2 weeks. I did about that. YouTube goal: 1 long project documented on YouTube. I never did that. This one I never got to. I would still like to get to the point where I can make like a longer series YouTube stuff, but I haven't done that. Things to remember: viewers matter more than the code. Don't take yourself too seriously. I'm learning more from the viewers in most cases than they are from me, so be thankful. I think we did that. And then these were some ideas of stuff that we could have coded. Formula 1 data. This was so long ago. I think we did most of this. We did roller coaster. We did Google Trends. Sports related data, I think. Chess. We did a lot of chess data. Tutorials. I did a pandas one. 10 things you need to know about data science. I don't think I ever did that. Cross-validation. I made a video on that. Feature creation. I never did that. Well, I did make some time series YouTube videos. How to train a deep learning model. I never actually got into deep learning training in my models, in my videos, except for, I guess, YOLO. But that's kind of using existing stuff. Hoping for ML ops content this year. Vikram, what do you mean specifically by that? What do you mean by that in the chat, that you're hoping for ML ops? I'd love to hear more so I know what you're thinking. I did make this recent YouTube video that about polars. That's been doing pretty well. I think we looked at polars in a stream recently, but this has gotten more videos in 3 days than a lot of my videos have in total. So I'm very thankful for this. It's been kind of cool to see a video pop off right here at the new year. But let's go ahead and make a new one of this. Let's make a blue and make it 2023 goals. I'm just going to start this off. So 2023 YouTube goals and 2023 Twitch goals. All right, so I'm thinking for YouTube goals, the big one is 100,000 subscribers. I think it's possible to hit. Yeah, 2023 goals. It's time to do this. Can you do something related to medical data? What do you think for what do you think in specific to medical data would I do? Navjot is asking that in YouTube chat. So I think 100,000 subscribers would be good. I think I'd like to do 1 to 3 shorts per month and 2 to 3 videos per month. I think I'm balancing the line between these like really short 5-minute videos, the like 15-minute videos, and then the live streaming stuff can be like 2 hours long. So how many subs do I have right now? I just got to 25,000 this weekend, and now we're almost about to hit 26. So on the way there. Twitch goals. I need to figure out what my goals, like decide on what schedule to take. I'm thinking like either many short streams or one big stream per week. So I don't know what the goal is here on like live coding, but I've realized how much work it actually is. Yeah, so I'm hoping to grow faster. We'll see. My vote is for many. Yeah, many short streams, but then I need to have something to stream about each time, and then one big one. Something with genetic data in order to predict genetic diseases. Okay, that's a real tough one, but we can look at some data with that tonight. So 2 to 3 videos per month, 1 to 2, and then like 1 project video series. This is for YouTube. I don't think I'm gonna hit 100,000 this year, but it'd be nice to have that as a goal. You know, it's kind of like a reach goal, but yeah, shoot for the stars. Go big or go home. Get a solid backup list of projects to work on. This is just like a to-do list, not much of goals. How many followers on Twitch do we have right now? 3,000. So it'd be good to get to 6K followers. But really my big question with 2022 is I've been like making some content and I've been really enjoying it, and I've been kind of going all over the place, and my goal for 2022 is just to like put stuff out there and see if people actually find it helpful. And I think some people have found it helpful, But I think 2023 is going to be more about formulating, okay, what do I do with, like, what am I specifically working on that will not only help other people out, but kind of help me achieve my goals too. So it's like putting it all together and actually coming at it with more of like a formulated plan. I guess for YouTube goals would also to be like to get a theme, similar thumbnails for all videos. Right now my thumbnails are kind of all over the place. I just like change them a lot and try different stuff. I should take some interesting classes. Yeah, what are your guys' goals this year? Let me know in chat. Hey, Mr. Gabriel, welcome. You don't really have to have an actual project. You can do some CAG work, just chit chat. Yeah, that's I guess what we're doing right here. Hey, Stallion, Jigga Man 2023, how are you? We're actually doing this. This year actually came. No one thought it would. I think I'd like to copy some of my last year's Twitch goals. I think this is like overall goals. My main goal is to this. This is also a good one. The viewers matter more than the code. Don't worry about actually what I'm doing. Don't take myself too seriously. That's been hard. Be thankful. Learning more from the viewers than from myself. And to be thankful. These are all good goals. I want to keep these from last year. I want to carry these all over. Yeah, what do you guys have as your goals? I took a Python course, Jigga Man says. Nice. And I added the projects to my portfolio. Cool. Have I heard about the Meta Database Engineer Professional Certificate? Need your opinion on it. Is it worth doing? I haven't heard about it, so I can't really say if it's worth doing. We can look here. Meta Database Engineer Professional Certificate. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty solid if it's made by a big company that does database engineer stuff quite frequently. It's taught by staff at Meta. It has good ratings. It starts January 1st. You need to get on that. That's already started. But I think you'd have time to join. What are some of, let's see what they're talking about in this. Okay, so it's a lot of SQL stuff. Demonstrate proficiency of SQL syntax and explain how it's used. That's, important to know. You got to know SQL. Create databases from scratch. So I'm assuming you'll learn about like how to organize a database, how to design the schema of tables, and how to make relationships within tables. That's really important to know. Write database-driven applications in Python and connect clients. Okay, so that's really important. I do this stuff in my day job. I'm not great at it, but being able to understand how to connect to databases in your Python code is really important. Whether it be with like SQL Alchemy or just using pandas or something like that, but being able to write the code and then load it into pandas or Python with your application is important. And develop a working knowledge of advanced data modeling concept. That's vague enough that I don't really know what they're talking about with that. Yeah, this looks like a good course. If you're looking to do database stuff, this looks like a solid course, I'd say. I'd say go for it. Where did my Trello thing go? I guess I just lost it. I'm trying to think, maybe there are more goals that will come up for 2023 as the year goes on, as the stream goes on, but for now I think that's enough. I liked SQL for whatever it's worth. 2023 goal, learn how to deploy a model on Azure ML Studio. Nice, Tuscan. That sounds like a good goal. Lopta says, I would consider doing database stuff again if I found someone who wanted to pay me to do it. I thought that database people got paid good money, especially if you get in like a company that's like stuck with the database that they've made. I guess you need to be there from the ground up, but then if you're the guy who knows how all of it fits together, everyone becomes reliant on you, and you're like, you're indisposable. Is that the right word? Indispensable? Thanks for the quick review. Of course. Yeah. So let's go into here. Into our stream projects. I'm going to exit out of here. And we're in our Kaggle 2 environment. I'm just going to Jupyter Lab on here, and we're going to check out my YouTube stats notebook that I made a while ago. My goal is to get one of Google's certificate. That's a good goal, LP. I like that goal. What am I going to do today? I was thinking that it would be fun to go back through this YouTube own stats data. It's been a while since I've looked at this, and just do some exploration of my YouTube streams. I hope that's not too boring of stuff, but I would like to see like how some of my videos did, and if I can understand which ones did well and that sort of thing. So we wrote this code a while ago, but I'll kind of walk us through it, and maybe we'll switch it around. 2022 through 2023. So I started making videos, I guess, in like late December of last year. So I'm almost at my 1 year anniversary of making YouTube videos. And it'd be cool to see how many videos I made, which ones got popular when, what kind of keywords were good, those sort of stuff. Indigestible, is that right, Lopta? Which you could, happy new year, and wishing you in chat happiness and success. Thanks, Rao. I wish you success too. What do you got planned for the new year? Let me know. Lopta says, I think my professional goal for this year should be to laugh more and stress less. Are you Lopta, you're one of those people that gets really stressed out about work? You're like me. We share that in common. It depends on what I'm working on, but a lot of times it can get stressful. Yeah, it's good to be able to laugh at yourself, not take everything so seriously. Could you talk more about UX design and how I can start and need to know? No coding or computer science background. I'm not the best at UX design. I bet there's a lot better streamers and YouTube people that talk about it, but I can talk about maybe how it interacts with data science stuff, with coding in Python. But when it comes to user experience, I don't have a ton of experience. My goal is to achieve a gold medal in one Kaggle competition. That's tough, Gabriel, but I'm sure you can do it. And to achieve the master rank. Okay, so you have a bunch of silvers, I take it, in order to get that one gold that will make you a master. The gold is the hardest thing. Gold competitions medal is extremely hard. Silver, I found not so hard in my experience. Well, okay, still hard, but like the amount of effort and work from getting like you could just like submit the baseline model sometimes and get like a good baseline model, baseline score, and get like bronze. But to get silver, like try a little bit. To get gold, super hard. And then to get solo gold is like, yeah. But I'm sure you can get that done, Gabriel. All right, so we're basically loading in this Google API, which will connect to my YouTube account. We're going to use pandas, of course, matplotlib. We're using Seaborn. We're getting a color palette. We're also bringing in Plotly Express, so we're going to make some interactive plots. NumPy. We're importing date time so we could get the time right now, and I'm using this Jupyter Lab extension. I think this stuff is okay to share with you guys. I'm just showing you my analytics stuff. So what this does, this brings up like an authorization that I need to load up for my specific channel, which will give me a key that will only allow us to run it this time, which I will copy and paste into here. So there's two different clients I'm pulling down. One is to get the YouTube analytics. Wait, let me remember what this is. Give me a second here. Give me a second, people. Gotta copy this in here. There we go. I was acting like you guys were on my case, but you weren't. Okay, so I have this YouTube analytics client and this YouTube client. Yeah, this is the data client. This is getting like how many people. Yeah, this I think is getting public information about the YouTube channel. And I forget what this client. Yeah, so the YouTube Analytics client is to generate custom reports containing YouTube Analytics data. So that's exactly what I want to get. The API supports reports for channels and content owners. Report fields are characterized as either dimensions or metrics. And we're going to use that. Okay. So this is getting metrics, getting the click-through rate, the close date, the average view duration, comments, dislikes, watch minutes, everything. From 2022. Look, when I built this, I didn't think we would ever get past 2023, but now I'm going to 2023 December. And this should get us a data frame with each day. What is this? Is there one row per? No, this is just one row per day. Okay. So let's set the index to this day. And let's look at how many dislikes have I gotten over time. Just to make sure this is right. Why is it saying it's out of sync? All right. How can I get negative dislikes? This doesn't make any sense. I guess people could click dislike and then undo it. These are how many likes I've gotten over time. Look at this. Just over the last day, this huge spike in likes. I'm trying to get my first bronze medal right now in the RSNA competition. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know how people undislike. Lopta says he's never done Kaggle. You should try it. I think at least like some of the side competitions, like not like the Santa one that's going on right now, which I haven't actually looked at that much. Yeah, there's a lot of good Kaggle competitions. So this is my... So this is how many likes I gotten by day. Now let's do average view duration. Well, I wonder if that's gone up or down. That probably depends on the videos. Estimated minutes watched. Is this cumulative? No, that's not cumulative. So there's a lot of like themes here. All these are very correlated. The likes, minutes watched, it's all just driven by the YouTube algorithm. What else? Shares. I think some of these are gonna be pretty boring. Shares, subscribers gained. Yeah, so subscribers gained. I'm surprised there's such a big spike here. Got 501 day. Yeah, everything gained. It's basically like how much did YouTube serve up one of my videos? Well, after I started getting some content created, then it's like, is that video good enough that YouTube was going to start sharing it with other people? Because the way you actually grow on YouTube isn't by like bringing people to your channel. It's all about getting your content swept up in the algorithm. And as long as that happens, then your videos can do well. So then you find yourself optimizing a lot for things like click-through rate, which is why YouTube people spend so much time on making good is subjective word, but good you know, what am I trying to say here? Good thumbnails and titles, just things that people will click on. So let's make a 3x. Let's make this 3x1. And then throw this in here and also share the x-axis. So I think that's what we're seeing here. Oh, I need to take away this plot show. Share x equals true. No underscore. Share x true. Yeah, so you can see how everything's just correlated. The more it's served up, the more minutes are watched, the more subscribers are gained. All this stuff is just correlated. And I forget what this spike was. Good ones or effective ones? Yeah, Lopta, that's the question. All right, so this data is just by day, all of my YouTube-wide metrics. Yeah, so I made this one that's like cumulative views over time. And then subscriber counts over time. So if this is subscribers over time, and like each day may be higher or lower, but then this is my cumulative amount. So you can see this is when I hit my 2,500 mark. Although I think this is wrong. Because there's a subscribers gained and subscribers lost. And I think in this previous code, yeah, look at this. Subscribers lost can be pretty high. I think maybe because YouTube goes in there and they like wipe out all the fake accounts at the same time or something. So like really I should do, what should I do? subscribers gained minus subscribers lost. And this should be my net subscribers. Did I type that correctly? Yes. Now I need to plot this like this. Yeah, and now we see, yeah, this makes a little bit more sense. So this is when I hit 25,000 just a few days ago. Peak is probably because of this video. Which video is this? Ah, yes. So this one had like a big, that's a good catch, Gabriel. So this one I released in, this was like my first video to really get swept up in the algorithm, like big time. More than any other video that I've had before. This has the most amount of views than any video I've made on YouTube. And it was July 5th, and I think the week after is when it hit. And yeah, you're exactly right, Gabriel. So this is when YouTube algorithm just went wild with it. And like the only time since then that's been any way similar has been the last few days. And that's this peak right here. So maybe it looks like there's like a little bit of a lag in the subscribers from the minutes watched. So maybe I'll see that spike up here. And I definitely have seen it today. I think that if we look at this data tail, it's only gone up to the 30th. So there's still like a few days missing here, which we might have seen. We might see another spike if I was to run this in a few days. So this is estimated hours watched, and then again another spike. All right, so what was this? This was where I was trying to fit a linear regression to predict subscribers. So I need to make sure I've switched this out to net subscribers. So now I'm making a new, I'm importing linear regression. I'm making this cumulative subs. And then I'm resetting the index. I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, I guess I need a unique index in order for this to work. Then I have this days to fit value. This just takes the tail, the last few days, like the last, let's say 60 days. And it makes the data that it trained this model on just the last little bit. Because if I fit this linear regression model on all of this, it'll kind of make a line that goes through all of it. But you'll see if I fit just on the recent trend, it's actually going to be pretty upwards because of that. Probably because of this recent. All right. So this is where I actually fit the model. Polar's video is doing great. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that one's definitely doing a lot better than I expected. So I'm fitting on this last 60 days, and then I am predicting going forward to 2025. This is just a simple linear model, and I feel like it gives me a good idea. Like I could fit like a second order line, or I could try to like fit it in different ways, but I find that this linear model just on the last few weeks gives me a good idea of at least where I'm headed. Maybe not because of this peak that's going to probably dip down afterwards, but let's see how, I think visualizing it helps. So net subscribers, I need to make sure I switch this subscribers gain for net subscribers. And then what I'm doing here, yeah, so I was looking at, this was before I hit 10,000, but I was trying to find when I would hit 10, 50, and 100, and basically drawing on this line in the forecast where it thinks I'll get those. So it's interesting to see, like, it's almost, It's almost like there are breakpoints when the algorithm of YouTube has just decided, and this may be more apparent in here if I make this line width a little bit. I don't know why it's not so easy to see here. Do you see that though? Yeah, it's like there's like these breakpoints where it just decided to pick up. Like that beginning of September, after that video in July, it did pick up, but then it just like, it's like it had a new angle after that point. But then some point in September, YouTube decided, okay, let's start pushing his stuff a little bit more. I don't know when that might have been when I hit a certain threshold of subscribers. It seems like that's when they do it. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but right when I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark and I like signed up for the partner program, that's when that other video hit. Probably overthinking it. Anyway, so this basically what we're doing is just fitting a line on this last 60 days. And I did make this a variable, so I could do it like on the last 30 days. And we could forecast forward when I think we would hit the 50 and the 100. So this is basically saying the 100,000s be way out past 2025. So basically, in order to hit my goal, I'm going to have to really get this this upward slope moving. Well, if I did just like the last 5. Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to predict this stuff because, of course, if I just stop making videos, this would just go flat. Probably it'd start to level off and go flat, and it would never hit 100. If I keep on going, I don't know if it's gonna like go exponentially or just stay the same. That's kind of the exciting part about it. But definitely back here in July, I never thought that I would be at this point. So it's kind of interesting just to do this like as a forecasting exercise and to look back on it and try to see like how well it did. So if I go back to one of these older ones when I was running these like all the time, let's see what my forecast said. This was back on July 14th. I ran this. Yeah, so this was hugely overly optimistic because it was right after I had hit that big spike. So maybe maybe that's not a good one to use. Let's try this one. June 17th. So this is back when I was forecasting. Okay, so it predicted 10K subs in May 5th. And I forget when I actually did hit it. Yeah, it definitely was later than May 5th. Hello, first time in chat. What up, Mongkong? Welcome to the chat. I'm just looking at some data. We're just hanging out here, chilling, looking at some data. I'm downloading all my YouTube data and trying to do some analysis of it. So this one I was trying to predict estimated time watched. It's interesting how time watched kind of follows everything else, but not. I don't know. I feel like this slope becomes a little bit more, because the amount of people who subscribe aren't necessarily also the same people who are watching. You can get a lot more viewers that aren't watching or aren't subscribing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let me delete this. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go through in this YouTube API key, create a YouTube API, and loop through each of the videos that I have. So these are all of my videos and their respective key value. And then I need to actually pull through the data of each of these videos. So I think, oh shoot, this isn't going to work because the end date is 2022. Okay, so I'm going to run this again with the end date being 2023. I guess I didn't even need an end date. All right, so now we have the watch stats. So for each video ID, there's going to be a different number of rows. And if I look up the video name that has the most number of rows using this map. Yeah, so this is like my first video that I ever made. It has over 365 days. Look, we're just over 1 year since that video was made. And the rest of them it's just a matter of how long it was since they were released. How many videos are there? So 44 videos sounds about right. Yeah, and then I can do stuff like for my watch stats, let's sort the values by yeah, so these are all the different sources that drove people to that video. So it's like how many from the YouTube search drove to the video. So I know I have certain videos that are mostly driven by search. So that's this one. So on December 7th, where the heck is it? YouTube search drove 1,000 viewers to this one video, which is time series forecasting. So yeah, that video is definitely driven a lot by search. You can see that here. Yeah, external URL. These are like other external video URLs that have provided. So March 13th actually had the most video links from what was this? I forget what would have driven that, because it drove it to a bunch of different videos all in the March time frame. Huh. All right, so I made some other columns. Okay, so and then I'm just filtering down only to YouTube search. And I'm making this plot. What plot? Where am I using Plotly here? Yeah, Plotly Express aligns plot with the video views by release date. So here all I'm doing is I'm taking the video stats, I'm setting the index, so I'm making a multi-index here. On the days since released, and the video ID of this source, which is YouTube search. And then I'm doing a cumulative sum. So you can see like now they're all normalized by the day that the release occurred. And then I can see like the cross-validation one. Actually, it took 156 days before it really started getting picked up in the YouTube search algorithm. So I find this thing to be kind of interesting. At least early on, I was just focusing on these like, okay, within the first 100 days, how long does it take for YouTube's search algorithm to pick up your video and potentially start serving it up? And at first I thought, hey, F9OL, yes, I do use Jupyter. Welcome. Glad to have you in chat. But yeah, the first 100 days, I'd say, I was focused on, does YouTube's algorithm pick up your video? And I thought to myself back when I first started making videos that either it does pick it up right away, like these ChatGPT and Whisper one, were like current trends. There were no existing videos on this topic. So I kind of could be driven a lot of search traffic right away. Then some of these other videos though, like my Jupyter Notebook guide to Jupyter Notebooks. I thought that video would never get search traffic because if you just bring up a new incognito window with YouTube and you do Jupyter Notebook tutorial, there are tutorials up here at the top. These first two are ads, obviously, but then this one has 170,000 views and I thought I would never get up that high. But here I am now at the fourth one that you find in just like a brand new search on YouTube. So what I'm saying here, what I'm trying to say here is, where's that YouTube one? Double click on it. They're all YouTube, but where's that Jupyter one? Yeah, I hear it had been out for 90 days and I've thought pretty much this video is not going to be picked up by the algorithm. And it just took time. And maybe it was time for the channel to grow, or maybe it was time for the video to grow. But that was this was kind of surprising to me that you could slowly get to have more and more search traffic. Like, look at this one. I didn't even realize this until recently, or until right now when we're looking at this. But I didn't realize that this data visualization one, which is one of the first videos that I made, has even been getting search traffic, but I guess it has been recently. And it's been almost a year since I released it. It's like, that's the only way those videos get traffic. So that's this, let's see if I search for Python data visualization comparison. Look, I am here. So I guess it took it some time, but it's up here. I also changed the thumbnails and stuff. Started reading a Python book today, if that counts. You're watching this live on YouTube. Nice. Most of developers on Twitch are just game devs, so you can't say use Jupyter. That's here. Yeah, I'm the one exception. I'm not making a video game here. We're just looking at data most of the time. Okay, so of course that's just the search. That's just through search. But this subscriber, it took me a while to realize this, but they call it the source subscriber, but really it's like, it's just how much YouTube shows it. It's like displaying this to random people. Because I don't know how I'd get views if it wasn't to subscribers. Wait, this is what's on the y-axis here. I guess this is views. So these are only to the subscribers, but that doesn't kind of make sense because there's some of these that jump up later. But yeah, it's interesting to see these ones that just spike way up right away. Like this is that video that we were talking about that I just released, and it's kind of going crazy faster earlier than any of my other videos did. This is that time series forecasting one. And this is where I'm just saying, if this is all really dependent on what the algorithm decides to push out to people, that's really what's driving the rest of these stats that we were looking at. That's why these are all so highly correlated, because people are going to subscribe, watch, and like the videos the more that they're being served them up. And those kind of correlate very strongly to when a video just pops off. These are all normalized by the days since released. But it isn't, it's like there's these two different ways that YouTube decides to serve these up. It seems like it's either right away, like even this forecasting with the Facebook profit model, right away it was like, okay, we're going to serve up a lot of these for views and then level out and basically your video's dead. But then I thought all these videos were dead, and then now they're starting to be served up more. And some of this is because I'm messing with the thumbnails. So I can show you guys if anyone cares to see this. But this is the one. Oh, look, I'm at 999. If someone wants to go and subscribe to YouTube, can you make a video using PiSpark? I could try to. I don't know if I'm definitely not the best at PiSpark. But yeah, I have used it before. So what was I going to show you? Oh yeah, so content. I want to show you this. Hey! Following your games. Thank you for subscribing. You didn't need to subscribe, but I appreciate it. Not even with Prime or anything. You know what we do when we get a subscriber on this channel is I spin this wheel and I do whatever it says. Thank you so much. How are you doing tonight? Are you just lurking? Happy New Year's, my dude. Thanks for over the year of great contact. I appreciate it. Hey, look, it landed on drink water. I was already drinking water, so killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Thank you. That's for you. What I was going to show you guys that I've realized is just how important, like this is what annoys me. This type of thumbnail, like I kind of hate that I'd have to do it where like I'm look so crazy in it. Like I'm just like, I know you guys can't see it because it's so small right now. But this video wasn't getting that many views. But I knew it was like a pretty good video. Like once people started watching it, if they were watching 30 seconds in, they pretty much stayed watching through the whole video. But the thing is, I just wasn't getting people to click on it. So I experimented with switching around the thumbnail. And when I changed it from like a boring one of me smiling and saying, speed up your pandas code, to me looking crazy and saying like, what's the new name of it? I forget. Like speed up your code crazy. You can clearly see that was at this point. So if I just show, that's 90 days. You can kind of see that it was hovering around 4, maybe 5% click-through rate. And then as soon as I changed it here around December 17th, it jumped to like 7 to 8% click-through rate. Awesome channel. Thanks from Chile. Now I have to go, but I would like to say, hey, thanks, Felipe. Appreciate it. In chat. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so this is a interesting plot I was making where I was looking at what videos had the biggest and least change in views over time. So I think, pretty sure this is the same video. Yeah. So this one that I was just showing you where I changed the thumbnail. This now is showing the value is how many views, rolling change in views over time. So if this is going upwards, that means that it's actually increasing the amount of people who are viewing it every day. And I know it looks kind of like a big mishmash, a mess. So let's just focus in on this one. If I can find it here. This one. So you can see like this huge change of where it started going up. It was right when I switched that thumbnail. So thumbnails are no joke. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so what's this? I think I made these plots that were like, for each video, where is it being, where are the views coming in? Either by search, an outside link, or by that subscriber page, which is also just like YouTube serving it up. Some of these are my live stream ones. So what draws attention gets clips. If you watch Network Chuck, you will see that it's become a joke on his channel. His channel where he looks super excited / serious and things learn X now. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to give it flair and important. I mean, it's just human nature. Who is Network Chuck? I don't know who Network Chuck is. Oh yeah, I do know who this guy is. I didn't know his name was Network Chuck though. But yeah, he's making all these faces like this. Because they work. I mean, he's getting like 500,000 views on these. But it's crazy how like a big face will get you drawn into people to actually click on it. And without them clicking on it, no one's going to watch it. So you can spend all the time you want making the best video you can. And if they're not going to click on it, Lopta says, I have a big face. Can I borrow your face, Lopta? So I don't know. I think this stuff's kind of interesting to see like I did kind of try to make certain videos more of like a long-term search related video. Like someone who's looking at how to make a progress bar with TQDM and Python would come across this video, just anyone searching. I wouldn't expect like just a random subscriber to be like, oh, that's a cool video, let's click on it and watch it for 10 minutes. But anyone who's searching on how to do it might. So you can see like that one's really driven by search, while some of these others are like really driven by subscriber. Same for Facebook gaming streamers, particularly women, but not picking on them. They spend the first 10 seconds or so just posing seductively because those are used for the video. Yeah, it's funny how like so for YouTube Shorts, they stopped allowing you to make thumbnails, or they don't allow you to. And same thing with TikTok. Like they don't allow you to choose thumbnails. It's just scroll based. So it kind of takes all that out of the equation, and it becomes more of just how long does a person hover over your stuff. But then I found that it's really hit or miss. So here's the crazy thing. I just take my YouTube Shorts and I put them on TikTok also. And I don't know how TikTok decides to serve things up, because like this video I made kind of as a joke, this top left one, and it has 70,000 views, and it got that just in less than a week. And that's like more than most of my YouTube videos in less than a week. But then other ones, it's just like, nope, this one's not going to make it. So I think TikTok's so really about like, let's just like, it's not afraid to risk trying things. YouTube is a little bit more reserved in what it's going to show, maybe because it has more content to choose from. And it's not just like, the other thing about TikTok is it seems like their data, the way they do it is they'll just serve it up, and then after a week or something, it's dead. They'll never show it again unless like there's any reason to. TikTok is about keeping them on your vid so they trick or trend, get rewatches. Yeah. But still, these videos are like, I don't think it's a trend. I've never seen any other videos like this, but, or there are not that many Python coding videos on TikTok that I've seen, maybe a handful. But TikTok decided to go with them. Like, did you have to have a short up for a bit about when you're the only one who knows Python? Yeah, that was me. Golden Lion. Did you see that one? How do I hold a wire wrap tool suggestively? Lopta. TikTok algorithm is weird. Oh, but then I took it down. Oh, yeah. So Golden Lion. I put that up and I thought it was a short. But it was like a minute and 1 second. So then YouTube decided it wasn't a short, even though it was like in horizontal facing. And it said instead it was going to make it like a normal video. I didn't realize that until I had it up for a few hours. And then I took it down and just reposted it as a short. So now it's up here as this one. Like it's still there. It's just a short now. But this is the same video in a week that had 70,000 views on TikTok, has 1.7 on YouTube. So it just kind of shows the differences in which it decides to serve up. Okay, so what did I do here? So I took all the different sources and I'm ranking the videos by those. This actually looked a lot cleaner when I had less videos. See, a lot of these plots made sense when I had like 10 videos, and now that I have so many, you can't read anything on the y-axis. So maybe I should make this, stop this, do counts. So what do I do here? Counts, sort values. Let's break out here. Search per day. Yeah, maybe I should take like only 10 of them. Tail. Let's do 20. 20 should be good. Hey, what are you working with, David J? David J, I'm just looking at some of my YouTube videos. It's been a stats for YouTube videos because it's been a year of making videos and I'm trying to do it like a retrospective. We got 2023 on the horizon and just trying to, yeah, go with it. B Norma, what's up? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight? Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Oh, Bradley Dunlap, thank you so much for the donation on YouTube. That's very kind of you. So filtering data's in pandas. Wow, I'm surprised that one. And the Polars video have the most end screen clicks per day. Well, granted, these are just ones that haven't been out very long. External URL object detection got a lot from external URL, Stable Diffusion also, OpenAI Whisper. These are ones that I posted on Twitter, I think. Hashtags, I don't feel like a lot of them get views from hashtags. I'm doing good, B Norma. What did you do for your New Year's? Is this a Shure M7B? This is a Shure SM7B. It is. It is. I decided to make the investment in a decent mic because I figure sound is what matters. This mic, my camera is like a quarter of the cost of the mic. Playlist views, related videos. So these time series ones get related videos. Subscriber. This is the one, like the Polars one has just gone crazy. Michael Jackson's bad was, oh, if only I had Michael Jackson's voice, I'd be making millions on this channel. Instead, we're just looking at this. Why did this fail? Why did this fail? Change in views? No. Hey, Rex Riker, thanks for following. Let's hear me sing. We'll be the judge. No, it's okay. I used to sing back in the day. It wasn't that. It wasn't anything to write home about. All right, so let's see if my video stats, if I compute this, will it equal what I find in this analytics page? So here's my like dashboard. Hey, we got over 26K. Analytics. For the last 365 days, this should take us through the new year. Let's see if my stats equal this. I take this and I do sources. What? Sources? Whoa, the formatter is really screwing things up here. Hey, what do we got here? Hey, MGX, you're back again. Back again. 7 months, my friend. 7 months for you. Thank you so much for subscribing on Twitch. How are you doing? Happy New Year. How was your New Year? What'd you do? What did you do? How long have I been a data scientist? I went back to school for data science. Yeah, so I've been like officially a data scientist for about 5 years, I'd say. But I've been working with data at companies for like 15 or so. Type pizza 10 times gladly for you, MGX. Where's my pizza? Look at this. Let's go to end of this. 2,000 times for you all. I've typed pizza. And let's do it another. Let's do it another bit. Oh, is this new? I didn't think I was doing like track changes in this, but it's showing my new lines here. I typed those for you, MGX. Was my first degree in. So I studied electrical engineering, and then I got a master's in electrical engineering. And then I went back to school for data science specifically at through a program through UC Berkeley. So I think this is... Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's never too late to go back to school or to take a class or to try to do a career change. That's what I've learned. I thought when I was 25, I was like, oh, I'm stuck in my current job and there's no way out of it. And now look at me. Look at me. I found a way out, people. You don't have to be stuck. You just have to fight hard. And now I have to reload these notebooks because that black formatter was freaking out. My auto formatter was not liking what I did there for a second. Yep. There we have Canadian Sean. Welcome to the stream today. I work in manufacturing, and one day they needed a Microsoft Access app. And I was like, I can do that. And they started having me to do some reports. But then COVID and that stopped March 22. They promoted me to data analyst for them. Nice. Zebra, it sounds like you're doing all the right stuff. I am learning about woefully underskilled and overappreciated. No way, man. You've earned your respect. I'm sure of it. I did get my way out of the hood, Lopta. Actually, Canadian Sean. You know what it's like. They're going to pay for me to go back to school this spring. That's the best thing. So my master's degrees were both paid by my employer. So you gotta leverage that. If they offer it, you gotta take it. It's just like, if you do wanna do that, if you want to go back to school and you can land a job where they'll pay for it, it's just amazing. Okay, so this is 59,000 views, while, hold on, 597,000 views, but this says 792. So where am I going wrong here? Net subscribers looks legit. What's my opinion on certifications? I am a team lead currently and want to move up. Thinking of taking Azure Administrator, Sir AZ104. I think that they can be good. Probably more so for, like, if you're trying to move up internally and you want to show them that you're doing stuff. I think that it's a little bit harder to have the certifications like show up as being legit on your resume. But if it's something that you're going to be able to directly apply to your work, I'd say go for it. I think just in general, taking courses, there's never really a huge downside other than just, I mean, you're going to watch less TV and you're going to do more homework. And in the end, that's like a good thing, right? Because it's so easy for me to watch TV every night. And I do a lot of Power BI and I want to ditch Microsoft except in some scenarios. That's when I found your channel about Python visualizations and sub. Nice. Now I'm watching your live stream. Nice. Zebra, you know what's up. Yeah, so it's really liberating when I was the same way. I was like, I didn't know much about Python or coding, and I really relied a lot on Power BI, which isn't a bad thing. Power BI is like a great tool, but it's more of a drag and drop sort of displaying thing. But once you get comfortable with working in Python in a notebook instance, it's really like a level above what you can do with the other dashboarding stuff. And then you look at stuff like Dash. Like this stuff, which you can code in Python if you understand how to like link up your APIs to whatever database you have. And you can make some really slick dashboards with open source Python code. And you don't have to rely on Power BI and like getting your dragging, dropping stuff in perfect formation. But you know what? At the end of the day, maybe Power BI will get you the same place with less work. It really depends on if you want to make this like how much work you want to put into it on the back end. But I think it's cool that this stuff is out there for free. Hey, Nata Pong, welcome to the chat. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what else I had planned for tonight. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy coding. Yes, for sure. We're planning to set up a Docker server as DNS MASQ. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, DNS mask to set up our reports. That's cool. I will watch your stream tomorrow. Cool. You didn't miss much. I mean, we're just kind of hanging out here tonight. YouTube chat isn't appearing. Yeah. I only have my Twitch chat here. I'm not sure what I did. I didn't do the restream chat here on displayed on the screen. But yeah, I feel like what is Docker? Andy in YouTube is asking what Docker is. So Docker's basically like a way to package your code into a whole environment. So let me show this. So Docker is something you run on your machine. Oops. So basically, like when you write your code, you're gonna have your operating system. You have your Python packages installed, your version of Python. You also might have other dependencies, all of that stuff, which might run on your machine, but when you want to deploy it or you want to have someone else run it, they might not have everything set up exactly like you do. So Docker is a way of trying to make that just like, not a virtual machine, but one abstraction away from that of like containerizing everything about your code base. And then so someone else runs it, they should run it exact same way. Should we go for Dash or Streamlit in Python dashboarding? I haven't used Streamlit that much, but I've heard really good things. So I'd say try both. I have used Dash recently and been working with someone who really knows what they're doing. And Dash does a lot. It has a lot of capabilities, I'd say. So let's see what they say. Docker takes away repetitive, mundane configuration tasks and used throughout the development life cycle for fast, easy, and portable application development, desktop and cloud. So basically, you can see like Docker here. I forget what images I have on here. I have like a TensorFlow version image here. Merlin, I was trying to use this. The PyTorch, Postgres database is really nice for databases so you don't have to set them up. But then you can just do Docker Docker run, and then you can run your image, and then it's kind of running on your machine as if like you don't have to install anything. You created some dashboard Streamlit? Yeah, I would definitely check out Streamlit. I need to check it out, just haven't had time. Yeah, so does that answer your question about about what Docker is? I hope. All right, let's go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks everyone for watching tonight. 2023 is here. Try to achieve your goals. Let's all try to make some goals and work towards them. I'm going to try to next stream actually have something planned to work on and not just going through a notebook that I've already had existing. So I'm thinking like make a new data set. We need to finish out that IRS data set. Still could jump back into the computer vision stuff for the chessboard. That we hit some road bumps in, and I really need to just work through it. But I felt like people were getting kind of burnt out on that project, and I kind of was too. What days do I stream? Usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Sundays are the days where I could potentially stream, but it really depends on if I'm available that night, because I have a family and I have a job and I have other stuff going on, and like some nights it just doesn't work. Like tonight I wasn't sure, and I was like, it's the new year, I gotta make sure it works, and then I came down here and streamed. So if I'm gonna stream, it'll be usually those nights, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday Eastern time around 9:30 at night. Yeah, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Let's hang out next time. Before I leave, I'm going to hit you up with a few things that you can go and check out. You can check out my Discord. If you want to ask me questions or make any suggestions for what we could do in future streams, let me know in there. Have I been considering making a course? No, not at this point. It's just too much. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/RobMullah. And then, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. I think this is me. Yeah, those are my links. So go check me out in all those places. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Watch my latest video. It's on Polars, which is a Python package or a data frame based package that's built in Rust that has a Python API. So it's like pandas but faster, and I kind of show what I think of it. I think it's actually pretty cool. Are you out on the Feediverse? What's that? What's Feediverse? I will try to make your streams where I want to better my skills as a data analyst. Hey, Zira, I think you're definitely going to get there. You're doing all the right stuff. So it sounds like in your job, you've progressed up and the sky's the limit, right? That's true for all of us. So let's stay positive this next year. I'm going to go head off real quick here, and I will see you guys on Tuesday again. I'll try to have something more planned out that time, but I appreciate you guys. Check out all the links, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.